Hey everyone, welcome to this week's live stream of Ask Nicole. It's a weekly series where I investigate topics related to marketing and tech for small businesses. So my name's Nicole. I'm your host. I've been doing this kind of work for 14 years now, which means I'm either ancient or awesome, but maybe a little bit of both. And today I wanted to add more to the topic that I started last week, which is all about doing short form videos. So Instagram made this announcement that they now consider themselves a video platform versus a photo sharing platform. And we see that on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, that video is increasingly being prioritized, in particular these short video formats. So, as a small business owner or a nonprofit or something, you're probably wondering what you're supposed to do with this information. You don't feel like starting a television studio. I get you. I'm here for you. And we're going to go over it together today. So if you want to, by the way, if your Facebook profile or wherever you're watching this is public, like if your YouTube profile is public and you're watching this on YouTube or whatever, and you leave a comment, I typically see them, but sometimes I don't. So if you want to enable comments to be able to comment on this live stream, you can go to the link that's showing on your screen right now, and you'll be able to leave comments live, and I can see them and showcase them. Obviously, if they're helpful or interesting. You can also just say hi. That's totally fine too. I'll see it after the broadcast. But if you want to enable comments, this is the link to do that. So let's get into a few other forms of short form video. So last week I talked about 5 kind of formats that you could use as a small business, pretty much any small business. And I'm going to do the same now with 5 more. So that's why I'm starting at number 6, because I did 5 last week and there will be 5 more this week. So the first type of video I want to talk about is I'm kind of classifying a large group of videos in here, but basically it kind of depends on your sort of level of comfort or interest with this, which is this idea of an animation. So basically you can have a video that doesn't have any people in it. And there's a couple of ways to do this. I'll show an example of one right now that I just made for fun to like sort of show. It's not amazing, but I don't know. It's basically a fake text exchange. And I linked a site here. I did not make this animation with this site. I cannot for the life of me find the site or the service I used to make this particular animation, but I'm sure if you looked up fake text message free, you'll see something like this. So here it is. Now, like I said, I could have put it to music. I could have put a nice intro slide or whatever, but I just wanted to show you that I literally went online, I typed these fake text messages, and I downloaded that video. So one form of animation is to have a fake text exchange, but there's tons of other ones as well. I did want to share just one that I was trying to look on Instagram for examples too, by the way, like not just TikTok and Facebook and stuff. So this is an animation studio that I found, but essentially we can make things that look sort of like this. So there are services that have animatable characters. So it's kind of showing us a little bit about, so, we have these base level characters and they're animated. We can maybe change some things about them and what they're doing. So the animation you do doesn't have to be like a fake text message exchange. It can be something else. You can use this sort of thing to make some kind of explainer video. What I'm saying is there's this whole category of short videos that you do not have to be in. And in particular, maybe you're working with one of my friends at the time, his daughter, now his daughter's in college, but at the time she was, like 12, and she was really into doing videos. And how can I hire a 12-year-old to help me do videos? I don't want a 12-year-old in my videos, but she was, doing like explainer videos and things like that. So point being, if you have maybe a young person, maybe they're into doing the Lego animations, the stop motion stuff. Doesn't have to be with Legos, but a lot of people use Legos. All this to say is that there is a whole class of short form videos that you do not have to be in as a star. And I'm calling them animation. Like I said, this full disclosure, I'm not a full-time person who makes these kind of videos, but I have seen small businesses use them to either explain a concept or to show some features of their product or something like that in a way that they're not starring in the video. So just know that there's this whole group of stuff that exists, and there's software that'll help you do it. And a lot of this software, like last week, has a free trial, usually a couple of weeks, and you can see if it's your thing. And if you like the software, you can keep using it. And if you don't, you can obviously move on to something else. So check out animation videos. I think even that short little fake exchange I had there where it was like a text message. We've literally had this text message, by the way, of people saying, oh, we're camping, but I have a job interview. Actually, we have someone coming into our conference room today who's doing a business pitch competition, I think, but they're on vacation. So they're coming in. So I could basically, rather than having a testimonial written down on the website or something like that, that would be a much more interesting way to showcase it, is with some kind of animation. A seventh form of video, I'm calling it a song lyric video. And here's the thing. It's basically on, in particular, Instagram Reels and TikTok. A large part of the sort of video experience is you can add what's called a sound to your video. And the sound on your video is typically a snippet of, most songs are not less than 60 seconds long. So it's usually like a section of a song, and you can add it to your video, and it kind of adds an extra dimension. It makes the video a little bit interesting. Now, I found a really good example, but I didn't get it loaded into the software in time to show it. So I'll link to the other example I have for this, but this is one that I found last night. So basically, you're taking the song and you're using it to enhance your video content. And I wanted to find an example that was a small business. So here it is. So here is kind of taking advantage of the fact that we can access music on TikTok and so that's a short form video. She was patient, there's another trend that I really like, which I'll link in the example when I post the video of, it's Sweet Caroline, and it transitions to a Stevie Nicks song when someone says add a little bit of spice. So most people are using this trend. Sweet Caroline is just showing like, this is what people expect of my business. And then it's add a little bit of spice, and then it shows what their business actually does, which is a little bit more interesting. So you can take advantage of these trends. You can look at what sounds are trending and see how businesses are using them, and kind of take advantage of the undertones of the song to post a video. Now, notice there has still been no mention of having to dance, right? You can dance if you want, but if you're like me and really uncoordinated and want to participate in using the music trend, you can do it without having to dance. And I just wanted to show this as an example. Typically, people either use the beat or the lyrics or kind of the sentiment behind the song. And you don't have to be the first person to think of this. There's lots of businesses that post on sounds. I will say that I know that Instagram, if you have a business profile on Instagram, you might not have some music open to your use with Instagram Reels because of the licensing of that music, and you're kind of but TikTok, is fine for, they're fine with you using music generally. So that's why I find more examples there, and also probably why I spend some more time there generally. So yeah, so use the music thing because people like the music. It's trending. It makes the video interesting. And it makes it so that you don't have to like talk or whatever. You can let the music kind of go with the visuals, and it kind of takes a little bit of pressure off. Another short form video I want to talk about is the video review and testimonial. Now, I think in one of my very first videos I recorded as part of this weekly series, I talked about how people would fake online reviews. It's easier, obviously, to fake a written review than it is a video review, but people do that as well. But if you're a business who wants to authentically collect some, I think it's really nice. And people will totally watch a video of somebody talking about you or your product or something like that. And if you want a central way to collect this, first of all, if you have a database-driven website that has form software, most form software has ability for you to accept attachments. So people can add a video attachment or something. And most people know how to record things on their phone and attach it like they would to an email. But if you want to make it absolutely dead simple, where someone goes to a form and can record within the form, Boast.io is a service. I think you get 2 weeks free trial. And honestly, like I completely like forgot to try it. And so then I wrote to them and asked them to extend it and they did. So if you find yourself in that boat and needed a little longer to really test it out, they seem to be like a pretty easy company to work with. And yeah, so, testimonial videos are great. There are other people saying nice things about you. And so I have an example here of this was sent to me, by the way, unsolicited. Betsy's one of our Anchor Space virtual members. And she sent me this video. She's been a part of the virtual community for a year. And she was like, I really want to record this. And so she sent this in. So here's the example and of a testimonial video.
Hey, folks. Today is April 5, 2021. And a year ago, at the beginning of the pandemic, I decided to join Anchor Space, co-working spaces for awesome people, as a virtual member. Now it's a year later. I have had daily accountability check-ins on Zoom. I have a community on Slack that encourages our successes and where I can ask for help. And I've been meeting really great people who are helping me with my business. So it's been a great year. Thank you, Anchor Space. I'm doing great.
So there you go. By the way, if you want to join our virtual Anchor Space community, this is a very short plug to do that. It's $19 a month. We have a Slack community. We have daily check-in calls, that sort of thing. So if that's your thing, that's great. So reviews and testimonials. Now, if I had a few of these, I think I actually have 2 of them, but I didn't want to make you watch testimonials about how great other people think my company is. But point being is, if people watched a few of these with you, like over time, they would get an idea of who your customers are, what they like about you, and that will give them a lot better idea whether your products and services are right for them. So testimonial videos are great. And nobody wants to read like that giant paragraph of someone saying really nice things about you. I mean, you want to read that because it's lovely, but this is a nice format to kind of get testimonials in. And like I said, this service allows people to record the testimonial within the forum. But like I said, there's no reason that you can't use your regular online form software to do this same thing if you want to accomplish that. Short form video number 9 is a behind the scenes format. And here's the thing, and I know this is hard to believe, at least in certain moments in my business, I find it hard to believe. You are living someone else's dream. Someone else dreams of running a bed and breakfast, or someone else dreams of having their own restaurant, or someone else dreams of opening their own accounting firm, whatever you're doing. And I know that like when you're in the middle of small business stuff, it's like, who would who would dream of this? But a lot of people do. And a lot of people like the behind the scenes stuff. So I'm going to show you a video, and actually I normally like save like revealings like this for the end, but I'm just going to tell you that this video was watched over 650,000 times. Okay. So keep that in mind as you're watching this. This video was watched 650,000 times.
Order number 13209, Abby Chapman. I got you. 2 slime lickers, 1 jelly-free tub, 1 juicy drop dippin' sticks, 1 36-inch gummy snake, 1 sour slime, 1 wax sticks, 1 4.5-pound gummy rings, bag of gummy sharks, 1 bubblegum sticks, and 1 high chew grape. Time to pack.
Yep. 650,000 people watched someone else's candy order get packed. And you saw what she did at the end, which is when she was packing, she actually sped that part up a little bit, which is considerate, but also like the format of TikTok, it has to be under a minute. So if there are parts of that, that are a little boring, you can either speed it up or cut it out. But point being, people want to see what it's like to run your business. They want to see I watched a video about how someone opened up their cat cafe in the morning, like what they did before they opened to the public. People want to see like you getting ready for an upcoming like retreat or meeting that you're holding. They want to see all that stuff. So I know that it feels like it's kind of day-to-day stuff for you, but behind the scenes videos, people really like seeing the inner workings of the business. They like seeing that there's real people behind it. And, it's, so seeing that video, for example, the candy sticks, remember those? I remember those when I was a kid. Like, so I had a little nostalgic moment and I thought, where would I even buy candy sticks? And then I was like, oh, right. This woman sells them because she just packed them for another customer. So she's kind of also in the behind the scenes, she's kind of putting it in your mind that like you can have some of this stuff. And if you're a small business owner and like you're getting ready for a meeting and you show kind of what detail goes into you preparing for the meeting, people see, they're like, oh, this is the kind of thought this person puts into it. And, and then they makes them want to meet with you and have a consultation with you. So, show them behind the scenes. People like to see that sort of thing. It lets them live vicariously through you and sometimes become a customer in the process. And finally, I'm going to call this like a vendor partner highlight type ad. So, as the saying goes, go alone, whatever, go further together kind of. I should have looked up the quote before I started, but point being is you get a lot further with other people. And if someone else, if another business or a person who likes your product has an audience, there's a way to use short form video, that they can use video to, get in front of your customers and vice versa. So I found an example. And by the way, if you want to search for examples of this, the word hashtag ad. So if someone like an influencer or if someone is somehow compensated for what they're saying about a business, they need to disclose that. And basically, if someone's like following the rules, they're going to use hashtag ad. They're going to use something like that to indicate that what they're saying is an advertisement. And what I'm going to do, actually, before I play the video, I was going to show this after I played the video, but so the video I'm going to play has this caption. Now, when I download the video from TikTok, it doesn't download the caption, but if you see here, it says ad, loving this new look from tags the company, use my code to get 30% off for new customers. And then she uses the hashtag, probably that the company, the MyDia style, which is, I'm guessing, the hashtag the company asked her to use. Okay, so we're going to play the video now, but I wanted to show you that this is what's appearing below the video on the platform that it's being displayed on.
Ladies and gentlemen,
better than your favorite babe. Turn the whole world into a side bitch. Middle finger in all of my pictures just to remind you.
So that's a good example of that music thing too. So, it's playing and it says, ladies and gentlemen, her. And then she uses that to transition to like her being put together in this look by this company that she likes. So if you wanted to, like I said, explore short form video and you don't necessarily want to create it, you can talk with like influencers or other people about doing this for your company. Now, most influencers are either going to work for a discount on product. So in her case, she sends somebody to DN Code and they use the code. DN Code knows that this person's the one who made the sale and she gets some kind of kickback from that. So that's one way to do sort of influencer stuff. Other influencers will have you pay per post or per group of posts, something like that. Don't expect people to promote your product for free. Or to, for exposure, I think is the other term a lot of people use, because these people have audiences who trust them that they've built over time. And so they're only going to show your product or service if they really like it and have some editorial control over it. I'm sure Dia and Co was not sitting back there telling her exactly how to do it. They just were like, please use this hashtag. We'd like you to promote. Maybe they even suggested a type of outfit. We'd like you to show a dress or something. But the woman who produced this video had editorial control over how it was produced. And I'm sure if I searched that Dia hashtag and they have other influencers doing this, their videos would look and feel very different. So if you're letting someone else do that for you, you have to let them control the creative, because that's their whole thing. You can specify, like I said, certain hashtags or terms, but you do have to compensate these people and you do have to let them have some creative control over what they produce. The other way you can do it, if it's more like you're equal to the business that you're promoting versus like you're hiring someone to sort of promote yours, is you can cross promote each other. So maybe you do a social media takeover and you post a video to their platform about your company and how you work. So an example I use sometimes is my friend Jen has coffee. Jen and Chris have the Coffee Hound, which is a coffee roasting company, and they partnered with the Scone Goddess. So the Scone Goddess uses their coffee in her product, and Jen and Chris promote the scones as part of their business. So like they have a nice like reciprocal relationship where they're basically sort of using each other's social media to refer. And, honestly, people will, specifically shop at your business if they know you have maybe certain products or certain services. Like I was looking for a pair of like waterproof or sort of water resistant, at least sunglasses. Cause when I go on the water, I'm like always squinting. My friend Brooke sells Gooder sunglasses, which are, basically built for the water. They have a special coating on the lenses and they're lightweight, cool looking. And so now that I know she sells them because I follow her on social media, I'm just going to go over there and buy them from her. So don't be afraid to mention certain brands that you carry. I get if you have intellectual property or you have a very exclusive relationship and you don't want to reveal exactly where you're getting all of your products, that's fine. But people sometimes are looking for certain name brands or they're looking for other people who trust your company. So it's really nice to work with other people in this newly video world that in some ways feels more personal. I don't know. I'll watch video about things I'll never read about. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but like I follow some like opera singers on TikTok. I just follow like these different industries that I know nothing about because I find it interesting. But I wouldn't sit around and read, opera publications online, even if they were like blogs or something a little bit casual. So point being is that, please don't be intimidated by the video format. It's supposed to be fun. And these social media companies, it's not like I'm making the rules or you're making the rules. I think these companies see trends and they're getting on them. And the trend for a while has been that people like watching video. That's part of why I do videos. I mean, video is a format that really speaks to me. So that's part of why I do them. But the reality is it's really good for people getting to know you and your business. And if they know you and trust you, right, they're going to buy from you. So short video, don't be intimidated by it. Try one or two of these formats. If you do post a video, please tag me so I can see it. Or you can just tell me about it in an email or something. And actually, speaking of which, I probably should tell you how you can contact me. So these are the various ways that you can connect with me online. You can also, of course, go to breakingevening.com and fill out the contact form. That'll get to my site as well. So thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate having you around. And if you have any topics or ideas you'd like me to cover in one of these videos, feel free to leave a comment or contact me. Always looking for feedback. I've got a list of ideas, but if you have an idea, I'd love to take it on as well. So thanks so much. Have a great week, and I will see you next time. Take care.